We wanted to spend time with each of those, so we dedicated one day of our trip to each one. Our first stop in Vermont was something that came highly recommended to us, and that was the Sticky Fingers Bakery. Supposedly they have some of the best cinnamon rolls here. Unfortunately it's raining, so we have to eat in the car, but this is a pretty epic spot to eat at. There's a picnic table, and there's even some chairs overlooking the river. So we got the two most popular things. We got a cinnamon roll, and we got Asiago cheese something.
Asiago cheese. Very nice.
Nice savory.
Yeah.
I can also say that I've already tried this and that it's very good. Sticky Fingers Bakery was a great stop to have breakfast and start our day in Vermont. Here's a few shots of the fall colors in this area, as it was staggering even with the rain. We also downloaded the Gypsy Guide app and paid for the Route 100 trip. This was a fantastic way to learn about all the things that were around us while we were driving. We're headed into the famous Vermont Country Store. The Vermont Country Store has been one of the top stops on Route 100 for decades. It was opened in 1946, and over the years it has become a massive shop with all sorts of different things that you can purchase. It's still family owned and operated, and what I liked about it was that it had everything from Christmas decorations to local cheeses and maple syrups. If you're looking for something to take home as a souvenir, this is definitely the place to get it. That's an awesome store, well worth the stop, but it was a complete zoo. There was like 4 tour buses in there, so it was hard to kind of get around, and we didn't leave it at anything, but definitely worth checking out. There's also a small restaurant here that sells hamburgers, hot dogs, and ice cream. Continuing on again, we were surrounded by fall colors as we made our way north. That's one of the things that I'll never forget about this drive, is that the fall was basically continuous the entire time we were here. On the way to our next stop, we saw this place called the Reservoir Pond, and how do you not stop and just take a ton of photos here? This is just a random pull-off on the side of the road, Route 100, Vermont. Man, that reflection. Luckily, this was only a 2-minute drive from the Green Mountain Sugar House, meaning that this spot also had some awesome views over the water. Both my dad and I looked for property in Vermont, as we were just blown away by how beautiful this state was the entire time we were driving. This is our next stop, the Green Mountain Sugar House, to try some maple syrup and maybe even get a creamy. Of course, you have to stop for maple syrup when you're in Vermont, and this place has been here since the 1960s and has won many awards over the years. Look at the view outside of the shop. Wow. Plus, they sell creamies. This is a creamy, which is maple syrup and soft serve. Pops is trying to figure out how to ship like a gallon of maple syrup to himself, so I'm gonna come out here and enjoy it. First try. Maple syrup and ice cream, how can that be bad? What'd you think of your creamy?
It's good. It's not overpoweringly maple, but it's got a subtle maple flavor. It's nice.
You got a gallon of maple syrup shipped to your house?
I got 2 gallons shipped to my house. One of robust and one more middle.
After my dad bought enough maple syrup to last for a decade, we continued north on our drive.